Peggy, and I'm welcoming you to the kitchen today. Have a special lady here, and we are going to celebrate because it's the time of year when we want to be with the people we love, and sometimes we don't have a chance to be together with these people very often, and we want to celebrate. And that means having something good to eat, and sometimes something a little bit special. And that's what we have today. Diane Hardy is here with me. Diane is the owner of Nothing Bundt Cakes, and she has brought with her. If you're not in the holiday mood, you will be. These are absolutely lovely, Diane.
Oh, well, thank you, Peggy. Yes, we bake them all there on site, and they all have this special signature cream cheese frosting.
Nothing Bundt Cakes, and you're located in Greenville.
We are.
On Verde Boulevard.
Yes, we're at Lawrence and Verde, right across from Steinmart behind Olive Garden.
And you have, are they ready? If somebody comes in there, they're ready, you can buy a cake, or do you have to order all this?
Well, it's a little bit of both. We have our most popular flavors always ready to go. So you can stop in 5 minutes and walk out the door with anything you see here. If you want some of our other flavors, we need a little bit of time to get it frosted for you, so we'd like a couple hours notice.
We have like 10 different flavors.
Yes.
And they come in different sizes.
Yes, we
So
have 10
this is
flavors.
a great gift idea.
And we even have a gluten-free. And it's hard to make a good gluten-free, but ours is delicious. It's a chocolate chip cookie dough.
And Diane, you're celebrating an anniversary. You've been in business about a year.
Yes, we opened Halloween of 2016.
Did you ever think you would be doing something like this?
I never in a million years. My husband was shocked when I mentioned it to him. I used to be a nurse anesthetist, so this is way outside my box.
You really changed careers.
Yes, I did. I never thought about being, owning a bakery or anything like that. It never even occurred to me. I just had a taste of this cake. This is actually a national brand, so I can't take credit for it.
So how did you went to a party, and tell us about it.
Yeah, so I was at a party in Michigan, and someone brought a cake from Chicago, and I tasted it, and I said, this is the best cake I've ever had. Where'd you get it? And she said, well, I got it at a Nothing Bundt Cakes, and I'd never heard of them. I bought it at Nothing Bundt Cakes in Chicago, and she said, I'm sure they have one in Greenville. So when I got home, I was anxiously waiting. I wanted to buy a cake, and I looked, and they have them all over the Southeast, but they did not have one in Greenville. Okay. So I ended up buying the franchise instead, and it all happened very quickly. So my husband really was surprised.
So now you're celebrating a year in business.
Yes, we've survived our first year. I have a great team. We have a great staff. We have about 20 employees because we bake them and frost them all there. We make all the frosting.
You actually bake the cakes.
We do. We have
yourself.
A huge oven. It's about 5 or 6 feet wide. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And we make the frosting there also.
Well, you have different sizes and styles and flavors.
Yes, yeah, we have our Bundt cakes, and this is our 10-inch Bundt cake. Both of these are our 10-inch. And
how they would serve about how many people?
This would serve about 20 people.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
And then we have our 8-inch down here in red velvet, and that would serve about 10 people. And you can come in and get the cake just like you see it there, plain. We call it frosted in a box. Or you could get it decorated. And we have 40 different decorations we can put on the cakes, including tailgating, birthdays. We have sympathy cakes. I mean, you name it, we have it. We have gender reveal cakes. So what's nice about this is if you are in a rush, you can come in, pick the cake from the case, and we put the decorations on it, and then we'll wrap it in cello, make it real pretty presentation. So if you need a last-minute item, we have it for you. Now, I will say over the holidays, we do like some notice. Normally, it's not an issue at all, but if you need something quick, we can definitely do it for you.
What is the one with the on the end there?
These, the Bundtlets? Yeah, these are our little Bundtlets, and they come in all 10 of our flavors. Sure.
Look at this.
That.
These are like 3 cakes in one. Each one is wrapped separately, but they're in one big container.
Right. They come in.
And they're different flavors?
Yes, and you can choose, you could walk in at any time and choose whatever flavors you want, and we can wrap them up. We call these our towers, and we can wrap 1, 2, or 3 for you, and you pick any flavors you'd like wrapped up. And then we have little flags and little decorations we can put on, different colored bows, little flags that say get well soon, thinking of you, girls night out, all kinds of little things like that. And they're really reasonable. Like this, as you see it here, all wrapped with the flowers, $15. But you could just wrap 1 or 2 if you were just looking for something smaller.
So but I think this is delightful. And you know, so many times we struggle because we think, oh, I have to give a gift. I want to give somebody something, and the person already has everything,
Right, yes,
or
yes.
maybe it wouldn't fit if you went and
Yeah.
bought something. And everybody loves something to eat,
Yes.
especially something
Yes.
sweet, right?
Yes, and speaking of gifts, what we can do, we have lots of items in the store. Like this one is wrapped with our blessings jar, but we have mugs and wine glasses, all kinds of things in the
What is
store.
that? What did you? It's a blessing jar.
It's a blessing jar, and it comes with 10 little hearts. Actually, part of the proceeds to this go to the American Cancer Society, but you could give it for any purpose, a housewarming, a wedding, you know, but or an engagement. But then there's little hearts in there, and you write blessings to that person.
Oh, what
And
a
then they can
lovely
put their
idea.
own blessings in there also. So, but we have lots of little gifts like this. If you need a last minute gift, you can come in, we can wrap it up for you really quickly. We also have greeting cards in the
So
store.
now inside that jar, you could put messages to
Yes,
people.
yes.
And then you put the cake on top.
Yes, yeah. And we have lots of different options like this. We have USC and Clemson items. We have lots of Thanksgiving items. Oh, you see this as our Christmas plate. So you could come in and get a cake wrapped on a plate. And you can look at all the little gifts in our store and we can wrap them up for you, or you can just get the cake in a box.
Well, I just think this is very clever. And, you know, everybody can use something to eat.
Oh, yes.
You know, for those person that you have a problem buying something because you think they have everything. Well, everybody loves something nice to eat, especially something sweet.
Yeah. And if you come in our bakery, we always have free samples. So you get to taste it. You'll see how moist the cake is. They also last a really long time. So our cakes stay moist for about 5 days. So if you come in the bakery, you can taste it and see if you are hooked like I was.
I love your enthusiasm. And you never thought you'd be in business like this.
Never thought of it. Nope, never thought of it. Just tasted this cake and just felt like I was called to do it, so I did. And it all happened very quickly. I mean, I tasted the cake in September, and by December I was flying to Dallas for the interview to receive the franchise.
So it is a franchise, and they're located in Dallas, the headquarters?
Yes, it actually started out west. It started in Las Vegas with 2 women who are about my age. It's actually a really fascinating story and a great story of entrepreneurship, because the 2 women, they started baking the cakes. Well, they met. One had the cake recipe, one had the frosting recipe. And in fact, they didn't even know each other that well. One brought it over and she said, I have a frosting that would go great on this cake. And so they put it together, and everybody was always asking them to make the cake, so they started making them out of their home. And then they opened a little bakery, and then they wanted to get another bakery. And so they did this, just the 2 of them, for 10 years before they franchised.
And this was out west.
Yes, this was in Las Vegas, and it's actually an interesting story that has kind of a local tie to our area, because when they were in Las Vegas out west, they were trying to get their second bakery, and they were having a hard time because landlords were afraid to take a chance on a startup like that. And just by chance, Dabo Sweeney, Clemson football coach, was also working out in Las Vegas at the time as a commercial realtor, and he showed them a location, and he brought them a chocolate cake. They brought him a chocolate cake. Yeah. And he loved it, and so he was able to talk the landlord into giving them their second location. So he was instrumental in them starting Nothing Bundt Cakes, and he forgot all about it. Years went by. He went on to coach Clemson football, and then he was in Nashville recently, and he saw Nothing Bundt Cakes in Nashville.
So they were all over the country.
And then he saw that they were all over the country. So yeah, so it was great that he helped them get their start.
And you have you have things like this plate. These things are for sale?
Yes, and we have lots of different plates, but that just brought that as an example for the holidays. But yes, we have all kinds of plates. We have mugs on all kinds of cute little things, towels, table runners, little things you could wrap with the cakes if you'd like.
So now here you've got Santa Claus.
Yes, this is
what a lovely gift. Yeah. To walk in at Christmas time with something like that, everybody would be pleased.
This is called our Holly Jolly cake. We have some other Christmas cakes too. We have some with poinsettias on them and greenery, but this is definitely our most popular. This is our Holly Jolly. And this is our Turkey Day cake. And that's extremely popular too. We always have a cake for each holiday, a different theme.
So now what, if you cut into this, what would it be, chocolate or what?
Yes, this one's our chocolate chip, and it's chocolate all the way throughout. The cakes down here, I brought some lemon, some white chocolate raspberry, and the raspberry has a little bit of raspberry swirled throughout, but most of our cakes are the same flavor throughout. We have 10 flavors, 4 different sizes. These down here are our Bundtinis, and they are sold by the dozen, and they're real popular for offices because you don't have to have plates and forks, or to take to bunco or a church group. And they're, you can get those in all our flavors, but we always have them ready to go in our popular flavors if you need something quick.
That makes a lovely gift.
It does, it does. Everybody loves that because then you don't have to decide on a flavor. I'll have people come in the bakery and they'll have a hard time deciding what flavor cake to give someone as a gift. So that's a nice option when you're not sure what people like.
And this,
Taste a little bit of everything.
This is adorable.
Yes, those are our buntlets, and you could get them just plain too. You could walk in and just buy a buntlet for $4 and not get them wrapped up like that. But it is a great little gift.
But it would have the icing on it, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, yes, they all have.
Oh, you gotta have
it.
icing.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back. So stay with us.